Liam had been married to Caleb for 2 years. Caleb Hayes had never once touched him. He assumed Caleb was disgusted by his beta status. Then one day, Liam suddenly developed a strange ability. He could hear Caleb's innermost thoughts. He realized Caleb's calm exterior was a complete facade. Inside, his husband's mind was screaming. He thought about how wonderful Liam smelled. Caleb lamented the 2 months until his partner was ready. He desperately wanted to kiss his beloved. Hearing this raw confession, the glass slipped from Liam's hand. It shattered across the pristine kitchen floor. Caleb's brow furrowed into a sharp line. He told Liam in a cold voice to stay back. But Liam heard something entirely different inside his head. Caleb worried that his love was being careless. He silently begged Liam to move away from the danger. Liam scrambled back a few steps, his heart pounding. He could hear Caleb's thoughts. It seemed impossible. Their marriage was the result of an old family agreement. Liam was considered a deficient beta. Everyone said he was unworthy of Caleb Hayes. Their 2 years of marriage lacked any real intimacy. Liam had always believed it was due to his husband's disdain. Now, his entire perception of their life was shattered. The man before him still appeared cold and severe. His eyes seemed harsh and unforgiving. Yet Liam heard a voice filled with frantic affection. Caleb thought his startled partner was adorable. A faint blush colored Liam's cheeks. He turned away to avoid Caleb's intense gaze. Caleb bent down to clean up the broken glass. He carefully wrapped the shards before discarding them. Then he stepped closer to Liam. He reached out to straighten Liam's collar. His calloused fingers brushed against Liam's neck. Caleb's inner voice was a relentless torrent of praise. He admired how beautiful Liam's neck was. He fought a primal urge to bite down gently. Liam quickly pulled away from his touch. That evening was the annual Hayes family gala. Liam had to attend the event with Caleb. At these gatherings, Caleb's relatives always mocked him. They whispered that he was not good enough for a Hayes. Liam knew he was just a deficient beta. He watched Caleb adjust his cuffs with meticulous care. The man radiated an aura of immense power. It was the natural pressure of an S-class alpha. Yet his hidden thoughts were surprisingly tender. Caleb was delighted that Liam was watching him. He internally despaired over the remaining 2 months. Liam's heart tightened with a sudden anxiety. As a beta, he should be incapable of conception. Forcing reproductive maturity would require hormone injections. He had no memory of ever receiving such treatments. He wondered about the source of Caleb's strange hope. He followed Caleb into the grand family estate. Liam felt a profound sense of unease. On the surface, Caleb remained silent and stoic. But his mind was a storm of possessive thoughts. Liam tried to maintain a small distance between them. Caleb's inner monologue only grew more plaintive. Liam dreaded the moment his body might actually change. He knew an S-class alpha's rut could last for weeks. But he had discovered Caleb's most guarded secret. It seemed his powerful husband was in love with him. A voice sneered from nearby. It asked how a deficient beta secured his position. Another person chimed in with a cruel laugh. They suggested Liam must have used devious methods. Caleb had just stepped away to greet a business partner. The unfiltered comments flowed freely into Liam's ears. He quietly moved away from the gossiping crowd. He picked up a small dessert from a passing tray. Liam found a secluded corner to sit alone. A group of striking Omegas walked past him. They surrounded a particularly handsome young man. He was Julian Vaughn, an S-class Omega. Everyone considered him a perfect match for Caleb. One of Julian's friends pointed at Liam with disdain. He loudly praised Julian's superior S-class status. He said Julian could provide the Hayes family with an heir. He told the worthless beta to make way. In the past, these words would have crushed Liam. His insecurity would have consumed him. But now, things felt different. He suspected Caleb would not want him to leave. Liam slowly ate a small slice of cheesecake. The Omega who had insulted him grew annoyed. He slapped the plate from Liam's hand. It clattered loudly on the marble floor. The man demanded to know if Liam was mute. He asked if it was some kind of genetic flaw. Liam stared back at him with a placid expression. Julian stepped in, feigning a polite intervention. He told his friend he was being too harsh. He then offered Liam a hollow apology. His words were apologetic, but his face was not. For the first time, Liam decided to fight back. He suggested they ask Caleb to make him leave. He stated that Caleb chose a beta over all of them. Perhaps Caleb's hidden thoughts gave him this new courage. This exceptional alpha was in love with him. Julian's face darkened with anger. His associate raised a hand to strike Liam. But another voice arrived before the blow could land. It was the sound of Caleb's furious mind. He thought that everyone who upset his love should die. Liam looked up and met Caleb's gaze. Suddenly, tears welled up in his eyes. He admitted that he was a little upset. Caleb gently moved to stand in front of him. His cool eyes swept over the group of men. Julian tried to sound sweet and inviting. He mentioned a networking event his family was hosting. Caleb cut him off abruptly. He stated that all Hayes family partnerships were terminated. He told everyone present to be very careful. He took Liam's hand and led him away. His mind seethed with protective rage. He thought these fools should learn to respect his husband. Liam looked at Caleb's strong, imposing back. He spoke in a trembling voice. He told Caleb they called him genetically defective. Caleb stopped walking. He reached up and gently touched Liam's face. Liam heard his husband's pained thoughts. Caleb thought his love's eyes were red from crying. He silently rejected the idea of any defect. Out loud, Caleb simply told him to report any issues. But his mind was working furiously. He now understood why Liam was often withdrawn. Liam tentatively intertwined their fingers. He felt Caleb's hand completely envelop his own. Caleb's expression remained perfectly neutral. He seemed to be in a state of shock. Liam heard a torrent of frantic, joyful screaming. Caleb's mind was celebrating that Liam held his hand. He was overwhelmed by his love for his partner. Liam hid a small, secret smile. Caleb Hayes loved him more than he ever imagined. In the middle of the night, a sound woke Liam. It was Caleb's voice inside his head. Caleb was thinking about how beautiful Liam was asleep. He wished they could share the same bed. Liam's eyes flew open in surprise. Caleb was standing right beside his bed. His face was unreadable in the dim light. A sudden flash of lightning illuminated the room. It revealed the look of pure adoration on Caleb's face. His mind raced with panic. He wondered how to explain his presence. He feared Liam would be frightened by his nightly visits. Liam watched him, his body tense with nerves. He asked his husband what he was doing there. Caleb immediately gave his rehearsed answer. He claimed the thunder scared him. But his thoughts told a very different story. He hoped his sweet partner would invite him to bed. They were married but had never slept together. Even on their wedding night, Caleb slept elsewhere. This was why Liam assumed Caleb disliked him. Liam hesitated, unsure of what to do. Caleb's pleading thoughts filled his mind. He lamented that Liam wasn't inviting him. He regretted not sharing a bed from the very beginning. He confessed he was afraid of hurting Liam back then. Liam paused, still feeling a bit scared. An alpha who had waited 2 years was unpredictable. Caleb saw the refusal in Liam's silence. His face took on a look of deep disappointment. He asked again with a hint of desperation. Liam sighed and gave in. He patted the empty space next to him. Caleb slowly climbed into the bed. His mind, however, was exulting with joy. He felt cherished and loved by his partner. He vowed to smother Liam with kisses once he was ready. Liam's body went rigid. He remembered the problem he had tried to ignore. A beta's body required external hormones to change. He was certain he had never received them. His doctor only gave him weekly nutrient injections. The dosage had decreased over time. If they were hormones, it would all make sense. A wave of panic washed over him. Caleb was not the gentle man he pretended to be. He was a possessive S-class alpha. If Liam's body matured, he could be fully bonded. He would become completely dependent on Caleb. The thought sent a chill down his spine. He looked at Caleb's long, dark eyelashes. Could Caleb truly love him forever? He feared his fate would mirror his mother's. She was an omega abandoned by her bonded alpha. She had to surgically remove her own gland. Liam couldn't risk that same outcome. So, for 2 weeks, he skipped his doctor appointments. But this decision had unforeseen consequences. The lack of hormones imbalanced his system. He began to experience a heat like an omega. Since hearing Caleb's thoughts, he had been cautious. He tried to keep his distance from his husband. Caleb's inner monologue was often intensely explicit. It made Liam blush uncontrollably. After the first missed appointment, Caleb had spoken to him. He said the family had enough money for his health. But his inner voice revealed his true motive. He knew Liam couldn't mature without the injections. Liam's face had burned with embarrassment. He made an excuse about being too busy. When he missed the second week, Caleb became suspicious. His mind filled with anxious thoughts. He worried that Liam had discovered his plan. They were sitting at the dinner table. Liam listened to his husband's internal debate. Caleb felt guilty for deceiving him, but he was also convinced it was necessary. Meanwhile, a strange warmth spread through Liam's body. An unbearable itch started deep within his glands. Caleb's thoughts became a dense, overwhelming fog. Liam slammed his fork down on the table. He shouted for Caleb to stop talking. Caleb stared at him, completely bewildered. His next thought was one of sudden realization. He detected the sweet scent of his partner's heat. Liam slapped a hand over his own neck. He scrambled away from the dinner table. Caleb's own powerful pheromones filled the air. Liam tried to flee to his room. He told his husband not to come any closer. Caleb's mind was amused by Liam's efforts. He thought his partner was adorable. He identified the scent as fresh peaches. Liam glared at him before running down the hall. Just as he was closing his bedroom door, a hand stopped it. He was already weak from the onset of his heat. Caleb easily pulled him into an embrace. His thoughts were a chaotic, joyful mess. He reveled in the softness of Liam's body. He imagined all the things he wanted to do. His spoken words, however, were calm and clinical. He stated that Liam seemed to be in heat. He had a legal duty to help him. Liam looked at his husband's sanctimonious expression. He lightly slapped Caleb across the face. He angrily asked who was responsible for his condition. He could smell Caleb's pheromones now. It was a scent of herbs mixed with wood. His consciousness began to fade. He heard Caleb whisper against his neck. Caleb begged him not to be angry. The sound of Caleb saying his name was strange. Liam pushed weakly against his chest. Caleb pressed his cheek against Liam's. He asked if he could have a kiss. His mind was screaming for Liam to let him. Liam coldly told him to be quiet. Caleb's expression immediately fell. Liam looked up and pressed his lips to Caleb's. His husband froze for a moment in shock. Then, Caleb deepened the unexpected kiss. He held Liam's head, pulling him closer. Liam tried to retreat, but Caleb's grip was too strong. Their lips met in a desperate, hungry clash. Caleb's pheromones enveloped him completely. Liam's legs grew weak, unable to support him. He felt his own glands throbbing with heat. He seemed to have lost all control of himself. He wrapped his arms around Caleb's neck, panting. He asked for a temporary mark. He saw a flicker of triumph in Caleb's eyes. His husband's mind whispered a declaration of love. The next second, Caleb's teeth were at his neck. The alpha's canines gently grazed his small gland. A strange sensation overwhelmed his senses. He let out a choked cry. He urged Caleb to stop hesitating. Liam could only cling to him for support. He felt like he was melting. Flashes of his childhood appeared in his mind. But the temporary mark did not seem to be enough. He clutched at Caleb, desperate for more. He started pulling at his husband's shirt. The skin beneath smelled intoxicating. He felt an insatiable hunger. Caleb's heavy breathing mixed with his lustful thoughts. He was thinking about how much he loved this. He wanted to completely devour his partner. Liam looked into his husband's dark eyes. A fire seemed to be burning inside him. He told Caleb to do whatever he wanted. Caleb slammed him against the wall. His intense gaze locked onto Liam's. He asked if Liam knew who he was. His husband's face was etched into his memory. Caleb was his husband. Caleb's wild thoughts promised a long night. He would not stop even if Liam begged him to. The quiet night was filled with passion. The next morning, Liam woke up sore. Caleb was asleep, his bare arm around Liam's waist. Liam saw angry scratches across Caleb's back. He carefully tried to climb out of bed. As he moved, he met Caleb's gaze. His husband's eyes held a predatory gleam. His mind was already thinking about another round. Liam grabbed a robe and backed away. He insisted he couldn't take any more. He glared at Caleb. He accused him of not listening the night before. Caleb slowly got up and embraced him. He apologized and promised to obey him next time. He swore he would never ignore Liam's limits again. Liam's face flushed. He told him not to call him that. Caleb's mind was smug. He thought he would definitely do it again. But he said he would stop. He asked if he could call him husband instead. Liam gave him another sharp look. Caleb seemed to enjoy it immensely. He thought Liam looked cute when he glared. Liam decided to change the subject. He demanded an explanation for his induced heat. Caleb lowered his head like a guilty dog. He remained silent, but his thoughts betrayed him completely. He confessed his deep insecurity. He felt that only a bonded Omega could be his forever. He admitted his actions were wrong, but his love for Liam was just too overwhelming. Liam's eyes widened slowly. An S-class alpha felt insecure because he was a beta. A strange emotion bloomed in his chest. But it was clear Caleb would not confess out loud. Liam quietly got dressed and prepared to leave the room. Caleb caught his little finger. He begged his partner not to go. He finally admitted the truth. He did it because he loved him so much. He wanted to be able to mark him permanently. He apologized profusely. Liam looked at his husband's tear-filled eyes. It was as if Caleb had been possessed. He had never been this open before. Liam pulled his finger away. He told Caleb he needed time to think. The fact that Caleb loved him was now undeniable. But how long would that love last? He didn't know. A sense of dread always surrounded him. But he also considered his unique advantage. He could always hear what Caleb was thinking. He would know if his husband's love ever faded. He could leave before getting hurt. Perhaps fate decided he was being too complacent. It decided to give him a great trial. From the next day on, the voices stopped. He could no longer hear Caleb's thoughts. It was like a temporary gift had been revoked. But Caleb himself had changed. He became much more expressive with his affection. He would kiss Liam in every room of the house. He constantly praised him. He called him cute and beautiful. Sometimes Liam would playfully push him away. This only seemed to encourage Caleb more. He would return with even more passionate kisses. He brought flowers home for him every night. He would gently plead with Liam. He asked him to take the last 2 hormone shots. He wanted Liam to become his Omega. Liam was always hesitant. Did he really want to become a full Omega? Then, an unwelcome visitor arrived. Liam's happiness had always been fleeting. Caleb's mother appeared at their front door. She was a traditional Omega. She desperately wanted a grandchild to carry on the family name. As a Beta, Liam could not give her that. She had always despised him for it. She would insult him behind Caleb's back. Seeing her face filled Liam with a bad premonition. She sat down on the sofa without invitation. She told Liam to divorce her son. She asked how a Beta dared to stay with him. Her directness was unusual. Normally, she knew her efforts would be fruitless. Today, she came straight to the point. Something was wrong. Liam looked at her arrogant expression. He felt a small spark of defiance. He knew Caleb would never agree to a divorce now. Caleb's mother seemed to hold a winning card. She informed him that Caleb's perfect Omega had appeared. Liam froze. A perfect Omega meant a 100% compatibility match. It was a destiny forged by fate itself. They would be irresistibly drawn to each other. Their pheromones would respond instantly. They would know they were meant to be. Liam tried to calm his racing heart. He had to trust Caleb. He needed to believe in the love Caleb had for him. He shook his head. He told Caleb's mother he would not divorce him. Not unless Caleb himself asked for it. Her expression turned ugly. She accused Liam of being selfish. She described the agony Caleb endured during his ruts. He needed 5 powerful suppressants just to survive. He was developing a resistance to the medication. She asked why Liam couldn't think of her son's welfare. She added that the new Omega was at Caleb's company. She predicted they would eventually fall in love. She advised Liam to leave with dignity. Being abandoned later would be much worse. Liam had never known any of this. He only knew Caleb was away for a week every 6 months. He had wondered why an S-Class Alpha had no rut. Caleb's mother saw his silence as a victory. She pressed her advantage. A perfectly matched Omega could heal Caleb. She told him to end their unsuitable marriage. Her words hammered against his heart. He shouldn't only be thinking of his own happiness. He sat there for a long time, lost in thought. When he looked up, she was gone. The afternoon sun felt hot on his back, but it could not warm the chill in his soul. He was directionless, waiting for sunset. Caleb would be home after sunset. But that night, Caleb called to say he was on a business trip. Liam looked out at the dark, starless sky. Finally, he broke down and cried. His consciousness drifted back to his childhood. He saw his mother when she was still an Omega. His parents had been deeply in love at first. Everyone called them a model couple. But an alpha's love can fade quickly. When Liam was 5, his drunk father hit his mother. Pheromones were the most disgusting things in the world. His mother could never fight back against her alpha. Whenever they argued, a single bite would subdue her. The poor Omega would become limp and compliant. Liam saw it happen countless times. His father was the worst kind of alpha. He had affairs but refused to let his mother go. She would often look at Liam with sad eyes. She would whisper that he should become a beta. He should be free. He remembered coming home from school one day. The house was dark, the curtains drawn. He saw blood trickling from his mother's neck. A pair of scissors glinted nearby. The bloodstain was a shocking, bright red. He saw a disgusting lump of flesh on the floor. It seemed to still be warm and pulsing. Then he saw the gaping wound on his mother's neck. She looked at him with a happy, relieved expression. She told him she was finally free. The steady beeping of a machine filled his ears. Liam slowly opened his eyes. The bright hospital lights blinded him. Caleb was holding his hand tightly. His eyes were bloodshot and red. He looked fragile and on the verge of tears. He asked Liam if he felt unwell. Liam looked at Caleb's anxious face. He was a handsome man. His long, dark eyelashes always made him look sincere. He had a strong nose and thin, cool lips. Liam raised a hand to touch his cheek. He thought this might be their last peaceful moment. He remembered his mother's wish for him. He could not become an Omega. He would not repeat her tragic fate. He turned his head away from Caleb. He finally spoke the words. He told Caleb they should get a divorce. He could not become an Omega, and he could not forgive Caleb for deceiving him. A heavy silence fell over the room. Liam turned back to look at his husband. Caleb was crying. Tears streamed silently down his face. His long eyelashes were clumped together with moisture. He held Liam's hand as if it were a lifeline. Warm tears dripped onto Liam's skin. He forcibly pulled his hand away. He looked at Caleb with grim determination. He said there was no hope for them. If his beta hormones didn't return, he would have surgery. He would have his glands removed. The powerful S-class alpha seemed to shrink. He bent his broad back in defeat. He pressed his forehead against Liam's hand. His voice was muffled by sobs. He begged Liam not to get a divorce. He promised he would never force him again. He said Liam could remain a beta, as long as he didn't leave. Liam still shook his head. He knew the world had certain expectations. A good alpha belonged with a good omega. Caleb had a perfect omega waiting for him. If Caleb stayed with him, his ruts would continue. Besides, Liam was tired. He was tired of the judgment from the outside world. He was tired of the alpha's terrifying possessiveness. He told Caleb they would divorce when he recovered. He saw Caleb's face crumble in despair. His husband frantically called for the doctor. He tried to explain that Liam could still recover. He promised he would never hide things again. But Liam knew the problem was deeper. It was his own profound lack of security. He shook his head again. Caleb stumbled out of the room. He did not give Liam a clear answer. Liam stared at the flickering light above him. Was he being a coward? He did love Caleb, but he didn't want him to suffer anymore. Would he lose his chance at happiness? A wave of exhaustion washed over him. He drifted off to sleep. The next day, Caleb was not there. Only doctors and nurses came to run tests. Liam stared at the ring on his finger. He twisted it gently. Then he took it off and placed it on the bedside table. He asked the doctor about his beta hormone levels. The doctor looked at him with a difficult expression. He informed Liam that he was pregnant. If he wanted to revert to being a beta, it was complicated. The baby needed omega pheromones to survive. The pregnancy would have to be terminated first. Liam stared at the doctor in disbelief. He asked how it was possible. The doctor wiped sweat from his brow. He explained the alpha's hormones had matured him. Essentially, his alpha was just that powerful. He had a child that shared his blood. Should he let this child be born into his own fate? But he couldn't bear to lose it. This tiny life. This was the only remaining connection to Caleb. He made his decision. He had to leave. The next day, he returned to their home. He secretly packed a small bag. He left a signed divorce agreement on the table. Then he disappeared without a trace. He couldn't be sure of Caleb's love. He wouldn't let his child endure his own painful childhood. He went to a small clinic in a remote town. He received the final 2 omega hormone injections. He promised his baby he would protect him. 5 years later, his son was 4 years old. Liam named him Leo. The boy's features were strikingly similar to Caleb's. He was very mischievous and clung to Liam constantly. He was a little angel at home, but he was a little devil everywhere else. Sometimes he would ask about his other father. Liam would gently wipe his face. He would tell Leo that his other father was dead. Leo was a smart child, just like Caleb. He would hug Liam's neck and smile. He said that having one dad was enough. But Liam knew he longed for another parent. Once, Leo came home from preschool and asked a question. He wanted to know if they could find his other dad. The other kids said he didn't have one. A wave of sadness washed over Liam. He told Leo his other dad was in heaven. They could not go there. During the summer of Leo's 5th year, he packed a bag. He insisted that Liam take him to the city. He cried softly, without throwing a tantrum. He said he wanted to see the world. Liam looked at his son's teary black eyes. They were so much like Caleb's. His heart softened. He took Leo on a bus to the city. He still held onto a sliver of hope. Perhaps they wouldn't run into him. Caleb was a busy CEO. The chances were slim. But then they saw him. Luckily, Liam was wearing a mask. Leo pointed at the distant figure. He whispered and asked why that man looked like him. Liam thought that Leo was the one who looked like Caleb. He quickly covered his son's mouth. He picked him up and told him to be quiet. Leo stared blankly at Caleb. Liam wanted to leave quickly, but suddenly his arm was grabbed. An older woman was glaring at him angrily. She started shouting for help. She screamed that there was a kidnapper. Liam looked down at the child in his arms. Even with a mask, he looked perfectly respectable. He couldn't believe he was mistaken for a criminal. The problem was that Caleb was just a few feet away. He quickly put Leo down, hoping his son would speak. A crowd was already forming around them. Leo clarified the situation. He said it was a misunderstanding. This was his dad. The crowd fell silent for a moment. Liam tried to grab Leo and slip away. But as he broke through the crowd, he saw 2 red eyes. Caleb asked if he was really going to run again. Liam froze, unable to move or speak. Leo looked back and forth between the 2 men. He let out a loud gasp of surprise. He asked if this was his other dad from heaven. Caleb looked at Leo with tears in his eyes. He said Liam had the child but didn't want him. The powerful CEO was crying in the middle of the street. Liam felt embarrassed. He quickly pulled Caleb into a quiet alley. He asked why he was crying. He wanted to know about the perfect omega. Leo chimed in from the side. He accused Caleb of betraying his father. He said Caleb should go to hell, not heaven. Liam hushed his son gently. He told him to use his quiet voice. Leo obediently agreed. Hearing this, Caleb cried even harder. He said there was no omega. He accused Liam of wrongly judging him. He asked why Liam believed that old woman. He sobbed that Liam didn't love him at all. Caleb hadn't stopped crying since he saw them. Liam tried to pull away. He reminded Caleb that they were no longer married. He said he had to go. Caleb held his hand tightly. He said he never signed the papers. Liam was still his husband. Leo watched them with wide, curious eyes. He looked from one father to the other. Caleb squinted at Leo through his tears. He reached out and stroked his son's head. He whispered the word son. Liam saw their immediate connection. He figured he could just leave his son with Caleb. He turned to walk away. Caleb wrapped his arms around him. He whispered softly, his wet cheek against Liam's ear. He begged Liam not to go. He asked for just one more chance. Liam felt his pheromones for the first time in years. He could feel Caleb's pain and desperation. He didn't say anything. He just followed him home with Leo. When they arrived at their old apartment, nothing had changed. Caleb told him he sometimes pretended Liam never left. He had the housekeeper take care of Leo. He told his son to be good. After Leo left the room, Caleb produced a document. The title read Gland Ownership Contract. Liam read the fine print carefully. The first party voluntarily transfers ownership of his gland. The second party has full authority over it. Caleb's signature was already at the bottom. Liam stared at the thin pieces of paper. His voice trembled slightly. He asked if this was even legal. Caleb cupped his face with both hands. His beautiful eyes held a soft smile. He said it was legally binding. He told his love that if he couldn't trust an alpha's promise, he could take his gland the moment his love faded. Hot tears began to stream down Liam's face. They fell into Caleb's waiting palms. He finally agreed. After a long pause, he asked the question. He wanted to know about the perfect omega, and he asked about Caleb's mother. Caleb licked a tear from his cheek. He answered in a cold, detached voice. He said he sent the old woman to South Africa. She liked the omega, so he sent him there too. He heard he had a family there now. He asked if Liam was jealous. Liam turned his head away. He muttered that he was not. Later, Liam confessed about the time he could hear thoughts. Caleb rolled over, pinning him to the bed. He asked with a playful grin, did he want to try some of those thoughts for real? Liam rolled his eyes. He asked if he meant the part about sneaking kisses by the bed. Caleb nuzzled against his neck. He playfully begged for mercy. He said they didn't need to practice. Leo suddenly burst into the room from the living room. He jumped onto the bed between them. He told his dads to stop being lazy. Liam held his two boys close. He smiled softly. Sunlight streamed into the room. Whatever the future held, their love would not change.